Getting set to do another video. I just wanted to thank the viewers that have looked at some videos so far. Hope that they've been interesting or at least amusing. So I want to encourage those of you who have looked and like what you see to go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate that. Leaving comments. I have gotten one so far, and I appreciate that. And I guess I'm ready to begin my video for today. The video I have in mind for today is excuse me, is on the topic of model of disability. Now, those of you who have been in undergrad or grad school and maybe taking classes related to sociology, rehabilitation, psychology, basically all of those ologies, may have come across the term model of disability. And you know, this is going to be kind of like going to class, but kind of bear with me. There's different models. Social model, medical model, marketplace model. You know, if you're really interested in those other models, I encourage you to look it up on various search engines. I'm not sure I can say the name on the video. Anyway, so I was thinking about, models by their definition are riddled with inaccuracies, and they're basically are designed to give you some conceptual framework in which to develop a greater understanding. And so while I was looking at some of these models of disability and these models for this, and I started thinking about my own experiences and those of others with disabilities that I have talked to, and I came up with my own model. And so I hereby copyright this as John Alan Rankin's model of natural selection theory of disability. Okay, so my model's name is Natural Selection Theory of Disability, and it has to be a theory in there because, of course, we can't. It's just it's nothing that is proven to be true. It's just an idea. Well, the reason I coined that model is because I've looked at the different models of disability and so forth, and I thought one thing that was missing is basically the animalistic aspect of human interaction. We have made some assumptions that we are human beings, we are intelligent, we are able to look at things critically, logically, basically have some type of complex interpersonal basis for the choice of our behaviors. And what I want to get to basically is say, using the natural selection theory of disability, is I want to go back to basically say that people with disabilities or disabled people, however you like to refer to yourself or other people, it goes back to the idea that in the animal world, you're either prey or you're predator, and everyone in the animal world is judged upon where they fit in those two categories. And the categories related to one predator, one predator may be predator for one prey, but then prey for another predator. And I was thinking about that in terms of disability and really how true that is. That's been kind of my experiences, that when you have a disability, maybe it's unconscious, but people without disabilities, in my opinion, may at times seek to exploit the disadvantages that people with disabilities have. And maybe it makes people uncomfortable to view themselves as an animal. So For those of you who are not comfortable with that, I respect that, as long as you respect my belief that there is some type of animal basis for the behaviors that we choose. And I think that when an animal, when your tummy is hungry and you're looking around for what you can eat, you're going to find something that you think you can eat, and that will cause you the least likely damage to yourself and give you the biggest return on your energy output in order to obtain food. So I think human beings operate in a very similar fashion, and that human beings choose their behavior in regard to other individuals as a function of the amount of energy they have to expend to achieve their goal. And unfortunately, and I think I've been on the short end of this as a disabled person, those people with disabilities, disabled people, have disadvantages that are exploited by those without disabilities. To make this shorter feature, I'm going to refer to people with disabilities as disabled people and people without disabilities as able people. So I think whether it's in the relationship world, employment world, all the different facets of human behavior, I really feel that human beings operate in relation to each other a lot of times in that way. Like I said, I can see where people may feel uncomfortable with that. I can understand that, and I don't really like it, actually. But I really believe, in my observations and my discussions with others who are disabled, that's how it is. And so, given that information, if one uses that model, which I have copyrighted, natural selection theory of disability, it can help explain why people choose the behaviors they choose in general, and also in particular to persons who are disabled. And disabled persons, in my opinion, need to realize that that's the relationship they have with a lot of people out there, and they need to utilize that way of looking at life in analyzing these relationships that they have with co-workers, neighbors, friends, acquaintances, strangers. If you have a person at work, co-worker, for example, who makes copies and gives you, who perhaps have really poor vision, the worst copy, it may not be by accident. It may be a situation where they're trying to sabotage your employment opportunities. And I realize that's a very simplistic example, but it's one I can come up with right now on the road. I think you can plug in other disabilities with the theory that I've come up with, and get other examples. So what I want you to do is, let me know what you think about that idea. Thoughts, comments, as always, constructive comments are welcome either way. If you have any ideas for my future videos, give me send me that comment. Would you like to see me or hear me talk about, and I will address that. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign off here. Hope this gives you some kind of food for thought. And until I see you next time, keep on walking.